Hello, the peoples of the YouTube. I am Lodge of Snow. This is
Matthew.
Yeah, you may have seen Spox in another few things. I suppose you would have seen him in one of my challenge videos, but if this goes up before, I don't know. You may not have seen him. Anyways, today is it's a Warcraft themed video, but it's not going to be just gameplay. It is a discussion between the two of ourselves, as I am a Horde player predominantly, and this is
An Alliance player.
boring.
Yeah.
So we have a list of questions. Thought it would be cool to make a little video just answering these questions from two different faction point of views. So let's not beat around the bush and let's just get started. Right, I will read the questions out, and obviously you won't be able to see them, but I might put them along here. I might just.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright, there are 26 questions. So let's just get started. Question 1 is Alliance or Horde?
Alliance, the good ones.
No, they suck. So I would go for the Horde. Why would you pick Alliance?
I've always been an Alliance player ever since Warcraft 2.
But what draws you to the Alliance faction?
Oh well, for starters, they have humans and they have dwarves. I mean, who doesn't love dwarves?
But humans are boring. You are a human. Why would you want to play a recreation of yourself?
Well, because these are humans who can do things that normal humans can't.
Anyways, that's his pathetic excuse.
And what's your pathetic excuse about the Horde?
I like to play the bad guy.
Yeah.
And the Horde are always perceived as the bad guy, even though they are... Hold on, one of the biggest fucking good guys in the game is an orc who fights for the Alliance, or for the Horde.
Yeah, but the Horde started off as bad guys.
That was
real bad guys.
Shut up. Anyways, you have an interest in dwarfs and humans, even though you play a...
Draenei? Well, I'd probably play something different.
I like Taurens, although I can't really muster the goal to actually level one. It could be annoying.
Yeah, well, this is also the guy who says he hated trolls for such a long time, and one comment and he just completely changed his perspective.
Which we will find out about later. So that was just a taster of the questions. We'll just power through these now. Okay, question 2 is favourite racial leader on the Alliance side.
That would be Erdin Bronzebeard.
Why?
Well, he was always one of my favourite characters since the third game. He only played a small part in the third game, but I just loved his character. Just a typical dwarf, loving a good fight and loving a good pint.
Alright, my answer to that was a bit meh, because I couldn't really think of one, but my choice would be Malfurion Stormrage. Why? I like the Night Elves. On the Alliance side, the Night Elves are probably the coolest race, I think.
Yeah, well,
along with
at least that's something.
Kind of close with the Draenei, but Malfurion just looks awesome. Varian Rin is very boring because he's human.
Oh, of course.
I don't like dwarves, so that doesn't. Anyway, we'll just leave it in a game context. Malfurion's different because one, he's a centaur, plus he's fucking awesome looking, and he has these epic, what do you call them? Antlers, etc.
Yeah, and wings.
Oh yeah, his wings too. So he's a flying horseman,
Druid.
antler druid person. Anyways, favorite racial leader, Horde. I will answer this one first because I'm a Horde player.
Of course.
My favourite racial leader on the Horde side is Vol'jin. And as himself elaborated to, I never really liked trolls because I can't stand their accent. I don't know why, I just don't understand why they have that kind of accent.
It's not because you just don't like Jamaicans, is it?
Stop being racist.
I'm not being racist.
You're being racist.
I'm not being racist.
Racist bitch. But after during the siege and things, the fact that Vol'jin himself was numero uno. He just got a lot of following.
Oh, so he's basically sucking up to the leader.
Well, yeah, well, of course, why not? But Vol'jin's awesome, and I like him in this particular cutscene because it's just so awesome. I can't really describe it much more. It's fantastic. Anyway, your answer?
Thrall. For me, he was the orc who actually changed the Horde for the better. Before he came along, they were very violent, and under the evil influence, they just killed everything in their path, but he showed them the path back to honor, so good on you.
Alright. Favourite race?
Well, definitely the dwarves, because they're just tough, but at the same time they're humorous. I mean, especially considering that they're so short that they can just do so much more damage.
Even though you're a Draenei player?
Well, yeah, and like I said, play something different.
Alright, my favourite race is the trolls. As he said earlier, I didn't really like trolls, but come the end of Mists, for some reason I kind of fell in love with trolls.
Yeah.
And we will elaborate more later on when you see certain scenes and whatever.
Yeah, he basically just abandoned his orc for a troll.
The orc got retired. The orc's living a happy life now, back in his ancestral home.
Oh yeah, getting drunk.
Shut up. Your favourite expansion?
Oh, that would definitely be Warlords. Just
Why?
loved all the extra features they brought in, like building your own garrison. It's almost like going back to the original games about building your own base. And just to be able to travel through the Orc's old homeworld, it's quite a sight.
My favourite expansion would be the Lich King. For some reason I just have a fascination with Northrend. Even though, the Lich King is all, uber bad and he lives in a big snowy place. Northrend isn't all snowy, and that's one thing that is bad in my view. There should have been more snow. I mean, of course you've got the Storm Peaks, which is snowy. You've got a little bit of Grizzly Hills, which is snowy. The Ice Crown is just very blue, there's no snow really. But the Burnian Tundra and Shalazar, I suppose Wintergrasp and Dragonblight are snowy too.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's just something. I wasn't around for the Lich King. As I've said in my previous videos, I joined the end of Cataclysm, so there was just this whole cool epic world to get involved in. Yeah, Lich King. Favourite female character?
Tyrande Whisperwind. She would be my favourite Alliance female character, because very tough and doesn't take any nonsense from anybody. And
You can swear?
I know, just don't feel like
Doesn't take any shit from anybody.
Yeah, don't take any shit from anybody. Just to make him happy.
My favourite favourite female character is Sylvanas. Reasoning behind that is Sylvanas is undead. She's cool.
She's
She
evil.
looks kind of terrifying. And yeah, I like the fact that she is slightly unhinged and may go wrong one day. Which could be a future expansion,
Possibly.
Favourite male character?
Oh yeah, definitely Rexar. Because saw him in the third game and just automatically fell in love with him, the way that he was able to fight alongside different animals and call upon them for help, and how he managed to save all the orcs from being destroyed by Pridemore.
Okay. Mine is a bit of a controversial one. My favourite male character in the game is Garrosh. And the reasoning behind that is, as I said, I joined at the beginning of Mists, played a little bit and then left again. And then when I joined in last year, it was kind of in the depth of the Siege of Orgrimmar, and for some reason I just sympathised with Garrosh for some reason, even though he was a complete and utter arsehole to everyone.
Here.
But being a Horde player, originally leveling an orc, I just had sympathies with Garrosh. I understand that, he was a bit of a dick to the rest of the Horde. It was really just orcs for the Horde and nobody else was really involved. But I just like Garrosh and yeah, deal with it.
Yeah, too bad he's dead.
Favourite major city? This is an obvious one.
Yeah, Stormwind.
Orgrimmar. Why? Faction headquarter. You like all fancy, pretty buildings, and I'm sure.
Yeah, it was nice. Looks like a nice place to retire.
I like Orgrimmar because it's it's scary, but it's also all I've ever really known. Because I started as a Horde player, and I've only ever really been on a Horde side. You know. Your first class you played?
A warrior. I went for a warrior because just because it was nice and simple. All I had to do was just focus on causing damage.
My first class was a mage. I started a night elf mage. That was a very, 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 very first character I rolled, because I liked the fact that in the original trailer the night elves were pretty cool looking, and obviously in the trailer it was a druid, not a mage, but I rolled a mage and then leveled at like level 6, but got stuck in a tree and couldn't go anywhere, so I thought, fuck that, bye bye, left it, went to the Horde side. Your favourite class?
Paladin.
This is obvious because this is our two main characters, our Paladin and Shadow Priest.
Like a Paladin because they can take a beating, but they can also get damage and heal themselves and others.
I like the Shadow Priest because it is awesome. You can vanish into a puff of shadow and you deal... The only thing I really don't like about a Shadow Priest is I don't like classes that use demonology type things. I never have for some reason. But I'm not so far in the other direction that I like the light, you know. But there's just something cool about a Shadow Priest, and it can hit for a considerable amount of damage until 6.2 arrives around, and then my strongest attack gets weaker by 12%. Thanks very much. A class you wish you could level. You wish to level.
Well, I wish to level a rogue because they're a lot more. I'd say they'd be a bit more difficult because they can't take much damage, but they make up for this by giving a lot of damage, and they don't really have any proper healing abilities. Because I suppose it levels out.
Yeah. I would pick a warlock. Again, it contradicts what I've just said, that I don't like demonology, but in terms of a warlock, I do, because warlocks cast ridiculously cool looking spells, like the Chaos Bolt. That's just a big fucking green face that leaves your hands and hits people. That's awesome looking. And I have tried to level a warlock. I have like a level 34 one existing at the minute, but I can't any higher because I can't be annoyed. Your favourite non-playable race?
The Naga. Just always liked the Naga ever since the expansion for the third game, and just love the way they're able to swim very quickly through the water and also take give a lot of damage.
Mine would be the Ethereals. Those little people that you come in contact with in Outland, I believe, and the folks who transmog your gear. Ethereals, because again they are ridiculously cool looking. They don't exist. It's just basically air wrapped in like fabric, and they glow from the inside out, and they're just really fucking cool looking. Your favourite lore storyline?
Would be the second war, because that's where I first jumped into Warcraft when the second game came out, and I just loved the two different perspectives of the campaign, and also just loved the way that story-wise the Horde managed to fight its way all the way to Lordaeron, but then because of infighting caused by Gul'dan, they were then forced back down south all the way into Azeroth. Well, Azeroth used to be a country at the time rather than an entire world, but things changed, I guess.
Mine would be Thrall's storyline. I like the fact that Thrall came to Azeroth and he was captured by the Lions.
Well, he was
imprisoned and
he was fined by
interned.
Yeah.
And then during what do we call that instance? Hillsbrand Foothills. You actually play through his storyline. You release him, and then it's the fact, not even just that. I like the fact that then he went to, he kind of stumbled across Kalimdor while they were trying to get away. Was it during the second one?
Not sure.
If I'm wrong, correct me below. But then he found Kalimdor and came across the Tauren who were being attacked by centaurs.
Oh yeah, it was right before the invasion of the Burning Legion. They the Medivh came along and told Thrall that the demons were coming and he had to go across the sea to Kalimdor. So he took most of the Horde with him and then met the Tauren and made the...
Help save the Tauren and help save the Trolls too.
Yeah.
And then that's where the Trolls got involved because the Sea Witch, what do you call her? Can't remember her name. But she killed Sinjin.
Yeah.
And then Thrall and the Horde helped the Trolls escape and whatever else.
Then they made their way to Kalimdor, yeah.
Yeah. That's then when the Trolls and Thorin joined the Horde because they were helped by the originals. And then the fact that he built Orgrimmar, and you know how much I like that place. Orgrimmar is awesome, and then the whole peace treaty thing between him and Jaina Pridemore, and but then again, Thrall helps save the world almost every time.
Yeah.
The end of Cataclysm, Thrall was there. Granted, he wasn't involved with the Lich King, but that was more Garrosh.
Yeah.
Then again at the end of Warlords, saves the day again.
Well, Warlords is still going.
Well, the first part. Favorite leveling zone?
Oh, that would be Shadowmoon Valley.
Which one?
Well, the one in both of them actually, because they're just completely opposite of each other. Even though that at the same time they're the same. And that's why I like it about them, because. But when it comes to leveling, definitely the Shadowmoon on Draenor. Just a nice place to look at.
Mine is Wintergrasp, up in the very northern part of Kalimdor. And again, as you can probably tell by my name, I like snow, I like ice, I like cold zones. But it wasn't just the fact that this whole entire area is really snowy, I just liked everything I had to do in it. I didn't get a quest in it that was like, kill another 15 of these fucking things, or kill 10 of these, or collect 15 million fucking plant heads, or, you know, everything in Wintergrasp I like to do. So I like going back there, and on some videos you can see Wintergrasp at the end of my little end titles with the little trolls in Babais on top of a mountain. But yeah, Wintergrasp, Shadowmoon, WoD version, or Outland version too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, your favourite memorable quote?
Well, I guess it would have to be Loktar. Been around since the second game.
Yeah.
And they're just so catchy.
Awesome. This is one of the questions we're going to agree on. We both have a Horde answer. If you've seen the ending for Siege of Orgrimmar, which is probably going to be playing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say it, and then I will let the man himself up here let him say it, or let him say it himself. My favourite cutscene is I speak for the Horde.
I speak for the Horde.
And that is when Vol'jin is made the war chief in
Siege.
I'm trying to think, it's not even the throne room because it's underneath Orgrimmar or whatever, but after the whole, what do you call it, Thrall, Varian, Taranzu thing.
Just capturing of Garrosh.
It's when the Varian's all, I just want to speak to whatever, and let me speak to the war chief.
Yeah, let there be peace between us. What's wrong with that?
Aye, but the whole Jaina thing, come on.
Yeah, but it didn't happen, did it?
Aye, but you have to agree, that was arsey of her.
Oh, yeah, of course it was, yeah.
Take them now. Fuck you, Jaina. You need to slap her in the head, man. Fair enough, you've lost Theramore, but it's not their fault.
And her father.
It's the fucking dude on the ground. It's not.
Yeah, who you apparently admire.
Yay for the Theramore.
Yeah.
You're
like terrorists.
Well, then again, everybody on Warcraft is a terrorist now. Your scenery porn zone.
I have to say, I suppose that was the spires of Iraq. I mean, just at first.
Sounds like you're saying the spires of Iraq. No, I'm just saying when you say Iraq, it sounds like the actual country. You sound like the spires beside Baghdad. Yes.
Well, no, it's just the first time I entered that zone, and I just looked out, and you just saw a big forest with a big spire in the middle of it, and the light just shooting down. It was just, I just thought that was an amazing sight.
Mine would be the Kunlai Summit in Pandaria, where the Shadowpan Monastery is. again, one, it's high in the mountains. It's above everything else, and if you go to a certain place, you can see everything beneath you, and it's a snowy mountain. Plus, the Shadows of the Horde book, the Vol'jin story, is set in Kunlai Summit, and it's just awesome. I just like it for some reason. It looks really fucking good, as with everything in Pandaria. Maybe apart from the Dread Wastes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's shitty, but everything else is fine. Your favourite dragon flight?
Probably the blue dragons. For me, they would be sort of like the intellectuals, the one who would sort of who try to learn things, and I was just like the racial leader of them, Caligos or something.
Did you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Quick answers.
My dragonflight, my favourite dragonflight is the black dragonflight, believe it or not.
Of course.
Mr. Deathwing, for two reasons. I like the Lich King expansion because the Lich King's awesome. I like Cataclysm because I don't know why, I just have a real fucking interest in Deathwing. He's just so epically cool in dragon form. In human form he looks like a bit of a dick, but plus the fact of Deathwing's lore that he helped the Horde previously in the first and second wars and whatever else.
Yeah, he did.
But then, you know, he goes woo, and then you have to take him down, and
good rinse.
but then thinking of the end of Dragon Soul, does he actually die?
Oh, I assume so. Or at least
you've recently just done Dragon Soul with me, and you attack his claws and the demented tentacles that come out of his claws and things, but then he just slips down in the maelstrom.
Well, I don't know. I mean, physically speaking, just attacking somebody's hand doesn't necessarily kill them.
It's not going to kill them. So maybe I'll make a reappearance. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. Your favourite end game boss?
Oh, definitely the Lich King. Again, that goes all the way back to Warcraft 3. You play through the campaigns, and then he becomes the Lich King, and I was waiting for years for the expansion to come out so I could actually defeat him, but never came. Then World of Warcraft came, and just to be able to fight him one-on-one, because we did when we were level...
I suppose you can now. Yeah.
We did when we were level 90s, and so it wasn't that much of a challenge, but it was still good to be able to take him down and then see the cutscene of his father saying that he was finally free. So, okay, just really enjoyed that.
Satisfied.
Yeah.
Mine, I don't know. Mine choice would be Ragnaros, but people argue that he's not actually an endgame boss because you don't finish the expansion with him. You finish like a part of the expansion with him. Obviously Ragnaros was about in vanilla, and then he came back in Cataclysm during the Firelands raid. But the end boss for Cataclysm is Deathwing. So, you know what, I'm going to stick to guns. I'm going to say Ragnaros. Because Ragnaros is awesome. For some reason I can't get enough of the guy. He's just so fucking cool. Apart from whenever he gets out of his lava floor and he has wee legs.
Yeah.
That's really weird looking.
Yeah, which is ironic, saying that you like snow areas, but you like a fire guy the best.
Yeah. Fire and ice. Oh my god, Game of Thrones!
Game of Thrones.
Your favourite in-game religion?
Well, I suppose the light, mostly because that you can healing and that you can actually resurrect people, which is always handy.
Plus the fact that you are
a paladin
who uses
the light.
Yeah. My favourite in-game religion would have to be shamanism. Why? I just like the fact that you put your trust and faith in the elements. Something that actually you can physically see. You know, you trust fire to do whatever, and you trust water to do this and air, and you know. Plus thralls is shame.
Oh, of course.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, if not one of the, if not one of the best, he is the best human in the world at the moment.
Even though he wears a dress.
Shut it! Your favourite trailer?
That would definitely be Warlords.
No.
No, I actually did like Warlords.
Oh, you changed it?
It's just that it was just completely different. It was just so different from what originally happened. And Grom Hellscream was supposed to drink the demon blood, and then the whole Orc race was supposed to be under the influence of the demons. But it just because thanks to the actions of Garrosh, all that changed, and Gul'dan didn't get his way, but they were still going to invade the world, so not much difference, I guess, except that they have tanks, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
My favourite trailer is a toss-up between the original one, where you kind of get introduced to this whole world and all these little cool races and things, and the Lich King. Again, because of the snow on the ice. Plus, the Lich King looks awesome. You know, decked out in all his armor. Plus the fact that he raises Sindragosa. That huge, big, skeletal blue bone epic dragon. It just looks awesome. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just a demented person like that.
I know.
Favorite in-game cinematic?
Let's see. That would be. Oh yeah, like I said earlier, I just loved that. See, you defeat Arthas, and then all of a sudden the spirit of his father comes along and says that he's free, and then, but then after he dies, then the king says that that the Scourge needs a Lich King in order to keep it under control, and then what was his name?
Bolvar.
Yeah, Bolvar sacrifices himself, not just his body, but also his memory, so that people would never truly know the sacrifice that he made. So, good on him.
My favourite in-game cinematic is the Horde ending for the Siege of Orgrimmar, as I elaborated to earlier. I like the fact that, you know, Vol'jin's like, yes, we will follow you through whatever, Thrall, and Thrall's like, well, no, you basically, you know,
saved the Horde,
carried the Horde through this whole thing. I think you should be in charge. And he's like, yes, okay. And then when Varian comes over, and it's, you know,
yeah, of course that's the alliance part. So it's the alliance ending
it's
the alliance ending that got you loving him.
No.
Yes.
What? You make no sense.
Look, that part where he says, "I speak for the Horde," that's the alliance ending part.
That's also the Horde ending.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, the Horde ending is when the other leaders say that he's worthy of it, and he says that he's not worthy, but he'll do the job.
Well, it just ends, and it doesn't have the wee bit at the end.
Yeah.
No, it's a little balls. Anyway, it's whenever he says, "I speak for the Horde," and whatever. It's just
which is the alliance ending.
Lord of bollocks. Favorite legendary item.
Oh yeah, it was the favorite legendary item was always the cloak that you do for the legendary quest in Pandaland, just or Pandaria if you like. I just call it Pandaland.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just love the way that once you get it, a face keeps on sort of coming out of your back, and just gives it a really.
Is that a face?
Well, yeah.
I thought it was wings.
Well, no, it's a face of the specific
celestial thing.
Yeah, celestial
okay.
that you that goes with your class.
Well, mine would have to be the Cataclysm legendary. Again, I didn't play through and originally get this. I am kind of working on it at the minute, but it is a staff that turns you into a dragon. So why the hell would you not want that? And apparently, if I'm correct, when you turn yourself into a dragon, people can hop on your back and you can fly about, which is awesome. The only thing about legendary items is you can't transmog them. So I can't transmog a legendary item to a current item level staff, which means if I want to do this, I'm going to have to replace my handheld weapons with an old staff that's like 300 item levels lower. So, the best dance.
Definitely Draenei.
Nah, it's Troll. Troll do flips and everything. It's awesome, as you've seen in the ending of some of my videos. You see them flipping, and you know, it's cool.
Yeah, well.
Your favourite mount?
An armored griffin.
Why?
It just looks so cool. I mean, I can't think of any other way to describe him.
Mine is the corrupted egg of Milagazer, or Milagazer. I can't pronounce that, but
that's another thing. Easier to say.
It's the purple version of the Firebird that Ragnaros drops in the Firelands. I got it, was very fucking worth it, because this dude helped me out, along with another 4 or 5 guys, and it literally took about an hour and a half to get the last achievement, because we had to do something to the exact point
with 6 people,
and it was so awkward, and it took 3 hours to get it, but when it landed, fucking yes. Your favourite dungeon or raid?
Siege of Orgrimmar, mostly because I'm an alliance player. You're attacking the Horde capital. How could you go wrong with that? But also the fact that just to be able to do it, and it was just so be able to run around the Horde city as an alliance player was weird, but good at the same time.
Mine was the Firelands, and I know it kind of is again one extreme to another. I like snowy areas, but my favourite raid is in the Firelands. Why? I do not know. I just like doing the Firelands a lot. Maybe it's because my favourite end boss is Ragnar's, and that's where you finally come up against him at the very end. And the final question: Burning Legion or the Scourge?
Burning Legion.
Burning Legion.
Why?
Because during your leveling process, you kill enough dead things. I'm fucking fed up of killing dead things, especially in like the Blood Elf area. When it's starting area, it has the dead scar, which I'd imagine came there because of Deathwing scorched it or something. But everything in it is dead, and I hate having to kill ghouls and stuff. It's like, I'm fed up killing dead things. I want to do something else now. Bye bye. And the fact that the Burning Legion aren't exactly dead, but they're demented, fell, twisted, glowing enemies that are cool. And when you go to a Burning Legion infested area, it glows, it's green, it's cool looking. That is mine. What is yours?
Oh well, they're just kind of the same. They're very, very scary looking, very intimidating, and just a
huge
big
too.
Yeah, big man. all different types of demons. Like ones that walk on 2 legs, others that walk on 4, and they have some crazy technology too. And they're just it was neat. And I fell in love with them when in the third game when you just find out they're an army that just destroys world after world after world, and that the fact that they were using the orcs to establish a foothold was just scary in a way. But definitely them, and probably be facing them when the next patch comes out.
Well, maybe not the next patch, but we will come up against Burning Legion.
Well, fellow orcs.
Full strength at some point.
Yeah, and a really demented Kilrog.
Plus the fact Kil'jaeden and... Well then, I don't know if Kil'jaeden's still alive because you take care of him in the Sunwell Temple.
But this guy's in the past. This is...
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. But... maybe we'll take on Sargeras someday. With some help from the Titans.
Well, maybe he'll be the ultimate final boss of the whole thing. When it finally comes to an end.
If... it's a massive cash cow for Blizzard, so... Anyways, this has been a little discussion Alliance versus Horde on certain point of views. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I know it's a long video, but hopefully our shitty chat and the little cinematics have kept you interested. So
we can only hope.
From myself, Flash of Snow, and
Matt,
Spax, McGee, MWD, that was a Web Construction, whatever.
Yep.
Until next time, don't forget to like, that helps me a lot. Comment, would appreciate it. And hit the little subscribe button too. Beep beep beep. Or actually, it's probably down here, no?
Well, somewhere.
Beep beep beep. Hit the subscribe and you'll get more videos like this. So, till next time.
See ya.
All the best to you.